Hello, Leo. Welcome to your monthly love reading for February. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it does resonate, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. At the end of the reading, I will pull a card from the Black Moon Astrology deck for you, so stick around for that. But let's dive right on into it. What is going on with Leo's love life for February, please? Okay. This is your energy. The person you are interested in or in a relationship with's energy. Your connected energy. And one for your overall connected energy. Okay. So, a quick overview before we get into the clarifications. For your overall connected energy, you get the Page of Cups. So, I don't know if this love relationship dynamic is kind of just now blossoming. Seems like you guys are both very idealistic, very positive, optimistic about where this relationship could go, or maybe you're kind of daydreaming about one another. But it seems like it's kind of very innocent at the moment. Let's see. What we have for your energy is the Hanged Man, the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So, you seem very protective over yourself and your energy. Seems like you are very independent and you have kind of everything figured out at the moment, at least financially. Like you're able to kind of spoil yourself. It seems like you're very good at your job or whatever you do career-wise. Seems like you're set. And you're very protective over yourself. You are also kind of taking a moment to really reflect, view things from a different perspective, do some introspection before taking any steps forward within this dynamic. For their energy, they get the Ace of Swords, the King of Wands, the World. Okay. So it seems like something like really just clicked for them for some reason. There's some kind of mental clarity that they're gaining that's kind of giving them a better view of the big picture of their life, and it's kind of like they've accomplished something major. And they feel kind of like at one with the world, at one with, nature and everything around them, which is really great energy. For your connected energy, you get the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords. Okay. Yeah. So you're still kind of both learning each other a little bit. I feel like this is something that is happening very quickly, but slowly at the same time, if that makes sense. So I feel like this person is coming into your life so you guys can learn something from one another. I feel like you guys already are learning something from one another, but for some reason there is this energy of heartbreak, of loss as well. So I don't know if things pick up very quickly and then they end very quickly as well, but we'll clarify. Let's start off with the Page of Cups for your overall connected energy. Okay. For the Page of Cups, you get the Eight of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Devil. So, there's a feeling of kind of a lack of control, a lack of freedom, or feeling trapped within the situation. It feels like you're almost feeling trapped by your past. Possibly something that happened in your past that's causing or preventing you from acting the way that you envision yourself acting in your head, the way that you want to be. But for some reason, something that happened in your past is preventing you, or both of you, from acting in a place that's like in your highest self, or your ideal self. This could also be some codependency issues that maybe stemmed from childhood, or seeing how certain relationships happened in your childhood and then kind of feeling trapped by that idea that that's how relationships are, which is interesting. Let's clarify the Hanged Man for your energy, Leo. For the Hanged Man, you get the 5 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the 6 of Wands. Okay. Alrighty, so I don't know what this is. This is like, there's some conflict here that you've experienced. It was kind of like a win-at-all-cost conflict to gain some sort of success or recognition, possibly within a friend group or at work or something like that. I feel like you had to really fight for your position very aggressively, or feeling like you had to fight for your position in somebody's life very aggressively for some reason. I feel like you may feel like you need to do that, and so that's why you are not moving forward in this relationship or in this dynamic, or you're taking some time to reflect and figure out why it is that you think that you have to fight your way into somebody's life. Let's clarify the 7 of Wands for your energy. For the 7 of Wands, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Fool, the 9 of Pentacles. So, yeah, I feel like you are very successful. You have a good business sense about you, but you also, there's this new beginning that you do want to kind of jump into, but you are very protective of your energy. You're protective of your finances, I feel like, very specifically. So I don't know if you are in a really good financial situation and you're worried about people taking advantage of you and, looking like a fool. But I feel like there's something that's preventing you from fully opening up to somebody in this person, or just people in general. I feel like maybe even friends you have a hard time getting close with. Like everything on the surface is, copacetic, but you feel like they don't really know who you are on the inside. They just know the surface level of who you are. Let's clarify the 9 of Pentacles. For the 9 of Pentacles, you get the Queen of Cups, the Sun, the Tower. I feel that you are aware of the fact that you have so much to give. Not only financially, it's like you have a whole lot of love, a whole lot of happiness, and kind of joy that you want to celebrate with somebody. But there's also this part of you that's afraid of giving your all to somebody and then it not working out, of kind of it crumbling down on top of you and being left alone to pick up the pieces. But there's also a little part of you that knows, even if that does happen, you are fully capable of picking up the pieces. Like, you are that B word. You are like a boss. So I feel like you know you are capable of overcoming something like that, but not like wanting to have to deal with it is just the issue. Hmm. Um, let's clarify the Ace of Swords for their energy. For the Ace of Swords, they get the Hermit, the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Okay. So I feel like this realization that they're having is in response to a lot of introspection that they did about them investing their time and energy into things outside of themselves and expecting happiness to come from that. When in reality, I feel like they're having that realization that happiness comes from within. You create your own happiness. And the way you perceive things or view your reality of life is going to influence how you feel about it. And so, like, not getting the results that you expected from investing your time and energy into something and then being disappointed from that, or at least, like, or you can view it as a lesson learned, as an accomplishment in and of itself. That's interesting. Let's clarify the King of Wands for their energy. Like that may then translate into them investing time and energy into you or not being afraid to, because that is their happiness comes from themselves, and even if something doesn't work out, it's a lesson learned, experience gained. Let's clarify the King of Wands for their energy. Okay. For the King of Wands, they get the Ten of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Four of Cups. Interesting. Okay. So, scratch everything I just said. No, I'm just kidding. It's interesting because here they have the Nine of Cups and here they have the Four of Cups. So that's emotional satisfaction, and this is dissatisfaction emotionally. I don't know if inside they are feeling emotionally satisfied, but on the surface to you, it looks like they are kind of bored and not fully in the relationship. So I feel like in the bigger picture of things, they do see kind of like a big family life with you. They see a relationship with you. But there's some part of them that worries that maybe this is kind of like a lesson they learned, that they tend to find happiness outside of themselves, and that they're worried that eventually this relationship won't emotionally satisfy them as much as it does now. But let's clarify this World card here. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think they actually, I feel like for a while they thought they learned that lesson of happiness comes from within, yada, yada, yada. And then they're coming back to it again. And so with the World card here, they're actually having to make that decision of whether they're going to close that cycle out. Because for the World, they get the Five of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Two of Swords. So they're having to make a decision on whether or not they're going to close out this cycle of finding emotional happiness from other people or from things that are outside of their control, or whether or not they're going to do some healing and work on themselves and figure out why it is that they tend to depend on other people for their happiness, or depend on material satisfaction for the happiness. Maybe that's why the Devil card is in your overall connected energy as well, like material pleasures of life, like, eating a bunch of food, overindulging in things, instead of the things that actually truly matter. So they're kind of having to make that decision. Okay. Let's clarify the Page of Swords. Not the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. For your connected energy. Okay. For the Page of Pentacles, you get the Ten of Wands, the Chariot, the Page of Wands. Okay. So, whatever lesson it is that you guys are learning from each other, it's really heavy. It feels like it's very heavy. But it also gives you a feeling of determination, of drive, of a lot of it fills you with a lot of willpower for some reason. And kind of wanderlust and a feeling of passion and adventure, which is interesting. I don't know if being able to kind of overcome this whole situation or face this situation is building a lot of confidence within you both, or kind of an energy of, well, I'll show them what they're missing out on, or what they can have or could have had. I don't know. Let's clarify the Eight of Wands. Okay. For the Eight of Wands, you get the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. Okay. Yeah. So that's not great energy. I feel like somebody was being a little sneaky, a little dishonest about something within the relationship, which made somebody feel abandoned, left out in the cold. With the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles here, though, it is interesting because you and your energy, I feel like, showed me that you were very financially abundant. So I don't know if you were helping them out financially and then they did end up actually kind of doing you dirty in some way. But this seems like it happened very quickly, and I feel like somebody realized that somebody else was being dishonest, or if there was kind of like this quick argument that you guys may have had where something slipped and then they were like, oh crap. So that is interesting. Let's clarify the Three of Swords. For the Three of Swords, you get the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the King of Wands. Okay. So I feel like you guys are ending up separating after this sort of situation, or like at least distancing yourself from each other and focusing on work, focusing on your personal long-term goals and dreams. But there's also that part of you that's still grieving this Page of Cups energy of where you guys kind of started, of kind of being very idealistic about this relationship and where it could have gone, about what you guys could have built together. So you are still kind of grieving and suffering from that hurt a little bit, both of you. But at the same time, the lesson that you've learned from it also, again, even though it was a heavy lesson to learn, it kind of made you feel very, very driven, very determined to achieve that success and happiness in life on your own, without needing to depend on anybody or have somebody else in your life to even share that with. But I don't know, just kind of the sense of freedom I'm getting that this lesson kind of brought you, or this relationship. the lesson that you learned from this relationship. All right, let's get a card from the Black Moon Astrology deck for you, Leo, to close it out. Saturn return, age. I'll read a little bit from here for you. There's a quote here. They always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself, by Andy Warhol. Saturn, as the lord of karma, shatters all illusions. It takes approximately 29 years for Saturn to orbit the sun, so the first Saturn return happens around the age of 29. It marks a period where childish things must be put away. There is no more getting ready to live your life. It is time to live it and be responsible for your own dreams, goals, and affairs. If you hold on to things with no basis in reality, your suffering will grow and depression may follow. You cannot escape this truth-seeking energy. You must face it. When this card is drawn, it will feel as if nothing goes right for you. You may feel very discouraged, just as it seems things are progressing, there are obstacles. What this truly is Saturn showing you a part of your life that may not have been based on anything real. It may have outlived its purpose, or perhaps you've misjudged a situation thinking that it was better than it was. In truth, and Saturn is the planet of truth, Saturn returns are all about correction. Saturn corrects any area which isn't based on reality. It might be romance, business deals, educational paths, partnerships, or marriage. This card is pointing something out to you that may not have been genuine in the first place, and that should probably be let go. Whatever is shaky in your life won't last, and probably isn't meant to. If this card is drawn, you will not be given a pass, and the matter in question will not progress as easily as you might want it to. But more positively, this marks a time when things are solidified. Whatever you accomplish currently will have permanence to it. You will have worked hard, and your hard work will pay off, gradually growing more and successful over time. Okay, that was interesting. This card, corresponding tarot card, is the Judgment card. Interesting. Well, that is all I have for you for your love reading for February, Leo. I really hope this helped, and have a wonderful rest of your day.